This is the desk test of my PATS system. It's configured a new wiring loom, or wiring loom that I cut up, shortened and messed around with. We've got two wires here that go out to the ECU, and the rest of the system is all enclosed. So hopefully it'll be fairly simple to test. What I'm expecting is when I connect it up here, the yellow wire is going to be connected down here to the red and white stripe. That's ignition on. The other red wire is power on all the time because it has to be running all the time for the anti-theft piece. So if we connect that up now, there we go. Okay, so the PATS system's working as if it was in the car now. The reader doesn't come live until we connect the ignition on cable. So I can leave the key there quite happily. It makes no difference to the PATS system at the moment. So it's ticking away, as you can see, in the passive armed. And now if we switch the ignition on by connecting that to that, we can now see the PATS system is going to go looking for the key and trying to enable the ECU through these two wires here, which is CAN bus. I believe I need to put the scope on it just to check, but that's what I think is coming out of their CAN bus signal and return. So after a minute, when the PATS system can't actually find the ECU, it should change the flash code to 1 space and then 6, which is saying I've got the key, but I haven't got an ECU. And in fact, in a previous test where I've not had the key in there, it flashes out a different code. It flashes out a 1 space 2, and the 2 signifies that the key or the key reader is at fault. So that works. From what I can see from those two different codes, the PATS system's working properly. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that resets back to 1 and 6 again. It repeats this 10 times before it stops. So what's that saying is it can't find an ECU, which is 100% valid. I think that's a reasonably good test. The fact that I've managed to get both codes out, A, with the key missing, and then secondly with the ECU not there. And in fact, if I was to switch the ignition off now, it will go back to its standby mode, and we should get a slow, steady flash. And if I in fact now take the key away and throw that on the floor out the way, and then we connect it back up again, we should get the other scenario where it takes a minute to flash it out, but it's now looking for everything. It'll keep looking for everything for a minute, and then when it's not found, it will then start to flash out the code. So within a short space of time, hopefully we'll see a different code. We should see 1 flash followed by 2. So after a lot of struggles with the wiring, very few diagrams out there that really explain what's going on. But I've got an Excel sheet now which I will post with this. This is out of a 98 Scorpio, and it's a 16-pin PATS unit. So if you've got a 16-pin PATS unit, hopefully this will help you in some way or another. And the interesting bit is the only bits that we need to connect to the ECU are these two cables, which makes life a lot easier. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. Should be a single flash and a pause, and then 2. And that's saying that either this is broken or the key's not being read. And the key's not there, so that's clearly true. So I hope that helps, and I hope that gives you an idea how you can do a simple test of it on the bench. Follow the wiring diagram. Hopefully it should be fairly painless. Lots of people seem to have lots of problems with it, and it's taken me ages to get my head around it, but now actually it's very simple. Hope it helps. Bye for now.